Let's get right into it. Number 1, skipping breakfast. We've all done it. You wake up late, your hair's still a mess, and the first thing that comes to mind is, do I really need to eat this morning? Coffee will do, right? You're wrong, by the way. Skipping breakfast is like taking a shortcut on a road trip, except instead of saving time, you're losing it and your car ends up on fire. Here's the thing, when you skip breakfast, your body goes into emergency mode. You're basically telling your metabolism, hey, I'm too busy for fuel today, so let's just shut down for a bit. And guess what? That shuts down your energy levels, lowers your blood sugar, and makes you feel like you're walking through life in slow motion. If you're lucky, it also triggers a hunger-induced rage that leaves you stealing snacks from the office fridge by noon. Oh, and here's the kicker, skipping breakfast can increase your chances of developing high blood pressure, diabetes, and even heart disease. So yeah, your body is going to retaliate sooner or later. It's like driving your car with an empty gas tank and hoping for the best. But hey, continue living on coffee and hope it doesn't come back to haunt you, right? Your future self will thank you, or not. Number 2, sitting too much. Oh, you think your couch is your best friend, don't you? You've got the comfy pillows, the remote, and a nice cozy spot that definitely isn't going to give you any kind of back problems in the future. But surprise, your love affair with sitting is slowly turning you into a human potato. Here's the deal. When you spend hours sitting, whether it's at your desk, on your couch, or in your car, you're basically doing a disservice to your muscles. They start to get lazy, your spine starts to weaken, and before you know it, you're one bad posture away from needing a walker before you're even 40. Seriously long periods of sitting can increase your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. So if you're sitting at your desk right now thinking you've got it all under control, just know that your body is plotting its revenge. It's not just about the physical stuff either. Sitting for too long messes with your metabolism too. Your body's fat-burning enzymes become practically non-existent after sitting for long stretches. It's like your metabolism decided to just take a nap and never woke up. So yeah, if you're the type who can spend an entire day binge-watching Netflix, you're probably also watching your life expectancy drop by an hour for every episode. But don't worry, just stand up every 30 minutes, stretch, take a walk, and pretend like you're doing something about it. Number 3, not getting enough sleep. Our sleep. The thing we all pretend we can live without until we wake up feeling like a zombie who got run over by a truck. You know the drill, you stay up late watching just one more episode, then spend the next day like a groggy mess trying to remember if you're a human or just a caffeine dispenser. Spoiler, it's not sustainable. Here's the ugly truth, if you're skimping on sleep, you're not just hurting your energy levels, you're actually wrecking your immune system, slowing down your brain and putting your heart in danger. That's right, getting less than 7 hours of sleep consistently has been linked to heart disease, stroke, and even early death. So, while you're out there pulling all-nighters like it's some kind of badge of honor, your body's over here going, hey, remember that thing we agreed on called rest? Yeah, we kinda need that to stay functional. And don't even get me started on your mental health. Lack of sleep turns your brain into a grumpy toddler. You'll be moody, forgetful, and more likely to snap at people for no reason. Basically, sleep deprivation is like taking your brain out for a joyride, except it's the worst road trip ever, with no snacks, no music, and zero chances of surviving the next meltdown. So the next time you think about skipping sleep, remember, you're basically running on empty, and we all know how that ends. Number 4, ignoring your mental health. Here's the thing, ignoring your mental health is like pretending your car is fine just because the engine hasn't exploded yet. You can only keep that up for so long before something breaks down. And guess what? It's usually not pretty when it does. We live in a world where self-care is often treated like an optional luxury, but mental health should be just as much of a priority as physical health. When you bottle up your emotions, avoid dealing with stress or neglect your mental well-being, your body doesn't just ignore it. It finds sneaky ways to show you that something's not right, whether it's through anxiety, depression, or even physical ailments like headaches or stomach problems. And let's talk about stress for a second. It's not just a feeling. Stress is a full-on physiological response. Your body releases cortisol, and over time, high cortisol levels contribute to weight gain, high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. So while you're bottling everything up, your body is quite literally falling apart on the inside. And let's not forget about the classic burnout that comes with neglecting your mental health. It's like trying to keep your car running on fumes and then being surprised when it breaks down halfway through the drive. So next time you ignore that anxiety or stress, just know it's not just about your mind, your body is keeping score too. Number 5, chronic snacking on junk food. We've all been there. You're mindlessly scrolling through your phone or watching TV, and before you know it, you've polished off an entire bag of chips, some cookies, and a piece of cake, all while convincing yourself, hey, it's just a snack. But here's the hard truth. These so-called snacks are slowly sabotaging your body like a stealthy ninja. You might not feel it now, but your insides are having a very different conversation. Let's break it down. Junk food is high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and sodium, but low in nutrients. When you keep snacking on stuff like chips, candy, and fast food, you're essentially feeding your body empty calories. Your body has zero use for that pile of sugar and salt you just inhaled. It's like buying a fancy sports car and only putting water in the gas tank. Over time, this diet can lead to obesity, heart disease, and even diabetes. Yes, those snacks are setting you up for some long-term disaster, and it's not the yum you think it is. And don't even try to tell me it's just a little snack. These little snacks add up, and before you know it, you've trained your body to crave that sugary goodness more than anything else. Your brain releases dopamine, making you feel like a snack king, but in reality, you're just stuck on a sugar roller coaster. It's fun for a bit, but eventually you'll crash, and it's not the good night's sleep kind of crash. So yeah, maybe ditch the junk food and pick up a carrot instead. Or not. You're cool. Number 6, too much screen time are screens, the modern day addiction that has us all hypnotized. Whether it's your phone, computer, or TV, we're all guilty of turning into tech zombies, scrolling mindlessly for hours on end. You think you're just checking your emails, but somehow you end up 2 hours deep into a rabbit hole of cat videos and conspiracy theories. And guess what? That just 5 more minutes mentality, it's killing you, slowly. Let's talk about blue light. The one thing you probably didn't realize was slowly draining the life out of your eyes. Blue light emitted by screens interferes with your sleep patterns by disrupting your circadian rhythm. So yeah, that Instagram scroll at 11 p.m., it's not just ruining your productivity for tomorrow, it's messing with your brain's natural sleep cycle, leaving you feeling like a zombie the next day. Oh, and it's not just your sleep. Staring at screens for too long strains your eyes, causes headaches, and even affects your posture. You know that stiff neck and sore back. It's not because you're suddenly 80 years old, it's because you've been slouched over your phone for hours like some kind of hunched half-human creature. Plus, all that scrolling is making your brain act like it's been hit with a non-stop barrage of information, leading to mental fatigue and stress. So maybe take a break from that screen every now and then. Go for a walk, read a book, or look at the actual world around you. Your eyes and your sanity will thank you. Number 7, drinking too much alcohol. Alcohol, the magical liquid that makes you feel like the life of the party until the next morning when your head feels like it's been run over by a truck and you swear off ever touching another drink again. We've all been there, right? But here's the truth. Drinking too much isn't just about hangovers. It's about a slow, steady toll that your body pays over time, and it's not a fun bill to foot. Let's break this down. Alcohol is a depressant. Yeah, it gets you to loosen up and laugh at things that aren't funny, but it also messes with your brain chemistry. Drinking too much over time can lead to mental health issues, liver damage, and an increased risk of certain cancers. You're essentially trading a good time now for a broken body later. And don't even get me started on how alcohol disrupts your sleep. You think a nightcap helps you sleep. Sure, it knocks you out, but it doesn't help you stay in the deep, restful sleep that you need. It's like taking a nap with a very loud alarm clock set for 2 a.m. And let's not forget the I'm fine mentality. That's your liver talking. It's quietly screaming for help, but it's too polite to do anything about it. The more you drink, the more damage you're doing. It's like eating a delicious cake that looks amazing on the outside, but each bite takes a chunk out of your insides. Fun, right? So maybe cut back on the happy hour specials before your liver starts sending you passive-aggressive texts. Moderation is key. Your future self might just thank you, or at least not hate you, with a vengeance. And number 8, neglecting physical exercise. You know that feeling when you're about to do something active and your brain whispers, what if we just don't? Today, well, your brain is probably onto something because it's trying to save you from your own laziness. But guess what? Neglecting exercise isn't just a today problem, it's a long-term catastrophe in the making, and your future self is going to look back and give you the worst side-eye. Let's break this down, shall we? When you skip out on exercise, you're essentially asking your muscles and bones to pack up and go on vacation. They're chilling while your metabolism just snoozes its way into a coma. The problem is, when you don't move, your body starts to get weaker, your bones lose density, and your muscles become useless lumps of tissue. That's how you end up huffing and puffing after running to the mailbox. But wait, there's more. Exercise doesn't just keep your body from turning into a pile of mush, it also helps you maintain mental clarity. No, really. Regular movement releases endorphins, those little mood boosters that make you feel like you just won the lottery. If you're skipping your workouts, you're essentially trading happiness for Netflix and snacks. Sure, those things are great, but try telling your brain that when it's screaming for a good workout. So next time you're about to hit next episode, just remember, your body will thank you for moving it once in a while, and no getting up to change the channel doesn't count. Number 9, overworking yourself. The sweet, sweet allure of the hustle culture. You're out here grinding, trying to build an empire, or at least an Instagram story that looks like you have your life together. But here's the thing, overworking is like putting your body in a pressure cooker and turning the heat all the way up. Sure, you might get a little extra done now, but when it all blows up in your face, well, that's not a pretty sight. Let's get real when you work too much. You're not just sacrificing sleep and free time, you're throwing your physical and mental health into the fire. Long hours of stress and exhaustion put your body into fight or flight mode, which means your heart rate goes up, your immune system takes a hit, and your brain gets fried. It's basically like burning the candle at both ends and wondering why it smells like regret. And the worst part, you don't even realize how bad it's getting until you hit burnout. That's when you stop caring about your projects, your goals, or anything that once seemed important. It's like running on fumes and praying that your engine doesn't die in the middle of the highway. And spoiler, it will. So maybe take a step back, breathe, and remember that life doesn't revolve around your email inbox. It's time to stop glorifying the grind and start appreciating rest, relaxation, and the fact that you're a human being, not a machine. Number 10, holding on to toxic relationships. Let's be real for a second. We've all had that friend who constantly drains your energy. You know, the one who calls you every time they're having a meltdown again, only to leave you feeling like you just ran a marathon while listening to their drama. Or that significant other who's great sometimes, but mostly brings out the worst in you. And yet, for some bizarre reason, we keep them around like they're a VIP in our lives. Spoiler alert, they're not. Toxic relationships are like slow poison. They don't immediately kill you, but over time, they wear down your self-esteem, your mental health, and even your physical well-being. Constant negativity, manipulation, and emotional exhaustion leave you drained, and before you know it, you're stuck in a cycle of feeling terrible about yourself for reasons you can't quite figure out. It's like trying to carry around a suitcase full of bricks and wondering why your back hurts. But here's the twist: holding on to these relationships isn't just affecting your mood. It can also take a physical toll. Studies show that chronic stress from toxic interactions can lead to high blood pressure, a weakened immune system, and even heart disease. Yeah, that's right. Your friendships might be literally killing you. So maybe it's time to Marie Kondo your inner circle. Let go of the people who don't spark joy or, just make you feel normal. Life's too short to surround yourself with toxic vibes. Your future self will thank you when you're not carrying emotional baggage around like a bad habit. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.